Hello and thanks for tuning in to Me and My Golf. We're your coaches, Piers and Andy, and it's the Impact Show, and you've joined us at David Ledbetter's global headquarters in Champions Gate, Orlando, Florida. Andy, what are we talking about today?
All right, today we're going to show you guys how to practice your pitching like the tour pros. Let's take charge of your game.
So before we get into today's Impact Show, we have something very exciting coming this April. So if you want to have the chance to win this fantastic coaching plan, click the link in the top right corner.
So if you're not aware that our theme for March is driving range drills, then you need to make sure you check out the previous Impact Shows in Me and My Golf Weeklies talking about driving and irons. Today is all about pitching. Now Andy, obviously I think a lot of people, when they go to the driving range, hopefully they warm up with some softer shots, and the pitching is where it obviously comes into this. So they hit some pitch shots, maybe they hit 15 shots and they're to the same target, and then they get into their full game. And maybe even if they actually do spend a little bit of time working at their pitching technique, it often is to the same target and the same yardage. Now we don't really like that, do we? And what are the problems with just practicing to one target?
Well, I think, look, practicing to one target, you get very good at that one target, but the problem is with that is that you're not really learning anything. So you might get, very efficient at hitting the golf ball to a 50-yard spot, but look, when you're on the golf course, you're going to have a lot of different yardages on every single shot that you're playing.
Unless you're that good that you can hit to 50 yards every time.
Yeah, nobody's that good.
Fair play.
So, I mean, what we want to talk about today is involving some random practice into your game. The random practice means that you're going to play a different shot, different target on each shot that you're playing, because what the research shows is that if you do some random practice, then your skills transfer to the next day a lot better than doing block practice, because each shot that you're doing, you're going through a process and you are learning, you're having to think and use your brain to solve a problem, as opposed to just doing one target and just then going through the motions. So I think what we're going to do is go through a little bit of a situation here and test me on some random practice and see how good I am. And you're going to really see how I've got to work out each shot, I've got to think about something each shot. But I think the purpose of this really is to show you how important this is to involve in your practice, so it can transfer onto the golf course, which is ultimately what we're trying to do all the time.
Yeah, of course. Now I think, look, the way that you can do this, we're going to do this with TrackMan with the randomizer setting in here and a little bit of a game. Now if you are at the driving range, hopefully your driving range has got multiple targets that you can pitch to. Now if you haven't got that option, you need to say to the owner, please give me multiple options, because it just makes sense. But say if you've got 4 or 5 flags out there, just go to different ones every time. And if there's a way of you getting out there to create more targets, then obviously we would recommend that, as long as no one else is there hitting shots. So Andy, we've got 5 golf balls here between 40 and 75 yards. Let's see what you can do.
Okay.
The first number, 69.
69, okay. So I've got to now use my senses and sort of guess or feel what I think my swing is going to produce, or what swing I need to get that 69-yard shot. Got my 58 degree here, my lob wedge. So 69 yards, okay.
And what do you think that is, actually? That's a good thing to ask
I'm
you.
going to say that's pretty close.
Yeah?
I'm going to say.
Pretty close?
Yeah.
64.
64.
So a little short. 50 yards on your next one.
Okay, so I'm okay with that first one. It's not too bad.
I think the thing is as well, when Andy is doing this, he's not really been thinking too much on technique. He's just going to be figuring out how to feel the shot. His practice swings, he'll spend more time focusing on what's going on out there, putting an imagery to the flight of the shot and the feel of the swing, as opposed to what technique he needs.
So 50 yards, yeah?
50 yards. And don't get me wrong, it can work with things like the clock system, that can work, but I think to start with, see if you can do it by feel. What do you think that was?
That's probably going to be about 48, I think.
46.4.
46, okay.
That's okay. 63 next.
63, right, a little longer. So again, I'm going to think about this, just the length of the swing is going to match that one.
Yeah, got to change it up.
Slightly.
And obviously with these sort of things as well, you can get creative, you can go lower, you can go higher.
What was it? That might be a little big.
I think it might be a little bit big.
Might be a little big on that one.
68.8.
68, but that would have spun back about to 63, I think. That
yeah,
one.
whatever. 45 yards.
45 yards.
That's a valid point. He could probably get away with that a little bit because it was a fuller shot. I'm still not having it. 45 yards on this one.
You know what? 3 or 4 yards off is not bad either.
No.
What was that again? Sorry, Piers.
45.
45. I'm going to reset and think that there.
Trying to put him off here, obviously.
45 yards. A little softer on this one.
Yeah, that's good. And that's actually a little lower as well, which I quite like.
Yeah, that was nice. That was really grabbed as well, that one.
Yeah,
That's going to be pretty
like
close.
He's trying to guarantee he's putting that golf ball on the ground.
That's going to be pretty close.
46.1, so that was
46.
very good. 43 yards to finish with, so you can
yards.
almost replicate that one.
Okay, so a little softer.
I'm going to tell you to go a little bit higher if you want to on this one.
A little higher on
Not
this
quite
one
as high as that last one.
Okay.
He did that.
Maybe a little long.
I think I've made him hit it a bit too far.
A little too long, but that's here. You threw me off there a little bit.
I did throw you off a little bit there. 47.5, so that's good. I mean, look, Trackman's saying that you're about a scratch handicap.
Really, that's pretty good.
A little bit above, so you can have a 0.3 of a shot next time you play.
And do you know what? I mean, that was the great thing about that as well. I've got some variety in my practice, as opposed to hitting shot after shot. Every single one of those balls counts and means something, as opposed to, let's say, hitting 20 balls to one flag. How good quality those 20 balls going to be. So it really does focus your attention on each shot. You get you thinking about your golf swing, thinking about the yardage, and there's that learning that you do there will easily then transfer onto the golf course, which is exactly what it's all about.
I mean, look, the idea of the show wasn't really to watch him hit 5 golf shots. It was to do exactly that, just to change your way of thinking, you know, give you more skills when you're playing these shots, and just have some imagination when you play them. Go in, change the ball flights, change the yardage, and you're going to definitely improve.
Definitely. And speaking of improvement, if you want to sharpen up your technique on your pitching, the Me and My Golf Weekly has just gone live on our website, where we talk about some fantastic drills that will sharpen up your technique. Go and check it out, guys.
Now, don't forget, if you have any questions about that video whatsoever, post those questions down below and we'll get back to you soon.
Yes, and if you want to access Me and My Golf Weekly, make sure you head over to meandmygolf.com or click the link in the corner where you can have myself and Piers as your very own personal online golf coach. We'll see you over there. Thanks a lot.